So today is actually a very exciting episode when we review / try to destroy at the same time two brand new products in the market. First is the Rlaarlo, most annoying company name ever, AK917, aka the Rlaarlo AK197, and the new RADIOLINK RC8X. I think I'm saying it right. Here it is. Pretty fancy. For some reason, it reminds me of a very popular Futaba radio, but it's probably a coincidence. I went ahead and installed those wings. Very beautiful design that they stole from me. It actually came out a very, very nice, solid, impressive build. So I'm digging it. It has a nice stance to it. It feels like quality, looks like quality. Hopefully it's going to drive like quality. So let's talk about the power system. The power system, Castle 1412. Hold on. I will bring another motor to show you how it's supposed to look. This is the Castle 1412 6400 kV, of course. This is how this motor looks. And what we did, don't tell anyone, is we removed that. Those are like finicky wires, and tapped with 8 gauge wires directly into the winds. Don't try it at home. I never showed you it, but that's what we did. I did change all the gears to mod 1. It wasn't as hard, to be honest. Little shims here and there, little drilling, but mod 1, actually not as hard with this car to change, so I recommend you go ahead and do that. Mamba X8S for the ESC, of course. We are running it censored, so it's a little bit smoother, because why not? And since we're doing the new RADIOLINK, it's the RADIOLINK receiver with the integrated gyro, of course. I went ahead and shortened all the wires and whatnot. We're obviously using the best servo in the world, Perfect Pass Monster and Perfect Pass Launch Control. Went ahead and shortened all the wires, made new connectors and whatnot. I had to move the servo forward a little bit just so everything fits nicely. If this gives us enough juice, awesome. If not, I'm probably going to put the ESC on top and have a longer can motor. I changed everything to aluminum, as you can see here. So everything aluminum, top, bottom, and whatnot. This is obviously from Rlaarlo's website. And when it comes to the battery, I am using a nice 3S. We're going to change it to 4S once we actually understand how the car operates and once we try it out. BSR for the wheels, it took a while to receive, but this is how everything sits, and this sits like so. Like I said, we're going to use a 3S battery, and once we understand how the build operates, we're going to change to 4S, gear up, etc., etc. I just want to see how the car actually behaves. It has a really nice stance to it. Just trying to show you guys all the angles if you're trying to build exactly the same, so you guys can see exactly what I did here. In a minute, we're going to connect it. Something very cool about this radio, you can have a custom message when you turn it on. I enjoy this feature. I recorded a custom message, and now every time I press this button, that happened.
Oh, hello there. Good luck, you piece of shit. You're a disgrace.
So many features. Very, very fancy schmancy.
Oh, hello there. Good luck, you piece of shit.
Let's actually connect everything and see that everything works, and then we'll take it out there and rip.
Oh, hello there. Good luck, you piece of shit. You're a disgrace.
All right, first run ever with the Rlaarlo and first run ever with the new RADIOLINK.
Oh, hello there. Good luck, you piece of shit.
All right, track, start. No idea what to expect. Hopefully the setup I did is somewhat okay. Again, not familiar with this radio, not familiar with the car. Okay, so I can already see that the gyro is way more than I want it to be. And steering trim is off. Steering is super snappy. Super snappy. Yeah, the gyro is way more than I want it to be. And also I want Expo, which I have no idea where to find in this remote. Trim dial select, switch select, double, fail-safe, receiver, racing. Where is the Expo? I'm wondering. Cruise control, idle up, throttle, traction control, motor start, engine cut, mixing. Now, racing menu, steering curve, Expo rate. Let's reduce it to like 50 at least. Let's see how 50 feels like. A lot better. Let's actually make it 55. Sorry guys, just trying to get a feel for the car. Alright, let's give it a shot. Feels kind of stable. Shahar, just watch it. Let's see what this car does. Alright, little trim here and there. Car is tiny, I can barely see it. So that was a good run for a first run ever. Oh, lost signal. Oh, look at that. Just got signal here. That's crazy. 118 miles an hour. Good first run on the Rlaarlo. Crazy that we lost signal, huh? Very interesting. All right, so no idea what just happened here, but anyway, we're gonna cancel the reverse so we can have a good failsafe going on. Good opportunity to actually see the amps for that 118 mile an hour run. 206 amps. So very interesting. Perfect pass was a little bit too slow, so I'm gonna crank it back a little bit and we'll try it again with the 4S and hopefully get like a 140-ish today. That wasn't me. I didn't do all that. Weird. Okay, so the car decided to have a mind of its own. RADIOLINK. All right, hold the car real quick. Sure. So remote is on. This is set. Life is good, right? Mm-hmm.
That's not.
That's
right.
weird. All right. Whoa! We're not doing it. We're not doing it. Hold on.
That's enough for wide me.
I can't, man. I just can't. First run ever on this car's life was 3S at 118. Now we're gonna try the second run with 4S at I'm thinking 140. Shahar is saying 132. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm thinking hopefully the radio works, right? But it was acting super funny before, but I think we figured it out. Yeah, there's a ton of lag on the radio too, so I don't know, man. RADIOLINK advised to actually update the firmware, and they said we're gonna have a huge lag, and I actually feel the lag. Very uncomfortable feeling. So, but hopefully second run ever on this Rlaarlo. And stop, read. Told you, man.
Nice.
146, second run ever. And yeah, I mean, the car, if you have a good radio, man, the car can do a lot. It's actually super stable once you get it going. So, all right, 146 miles an hour, man. Let me tell you, that little Castle Creations 1412 and that Mamba X8S, what a combo that is. Obviously, perfect pass lens control, perfect pass servo, BSR for the wheels, Saga for the gears, you know the drill, and all aluminum. Amperage 291 for 146 miles an hour, so that's a good sign. Voltage dropped to about the 13.9. So we're gearing up the Rlaarlo to try and hit 150, 155. In the meanwhile, Shahar is trying to update the firmware on the RADIOLINK because the lag is just too much. Wow. Yeah, it was horrible. So we connected our phone's internet. Obviously, we don't have internet here.
Yes, we do.
With phone to the laptop, and hopefully Shahar will get to update the RADIOLINK. All right, guys, so Shahar is still working on the RADIOLINK. For some reason, we don't get it, we can't get it to turn on. Something with the firmware, where we're trying to change the firmware and update it to something faster, but it didn't work. So I just installed a nice Futaba receiver and power here, recalibrated everything and whatnot. Second run, we did 146 on 4S. We geared up a little bit. Oh yeah, this one doesn't have a gyro because I don't have a gyro on this car, but for whatever it's worth, let's try and increase our PB and have some fun with this little puppy. That'll be the third one. Hopefully I can control this car. It's been acting kind of funny, but you know what's funny is once you get on it and you already have some downforce on it, it's actually behaving. So there's no telling what's gonna happen, but I'm hoping to see at least 155 or something in that nature. And it's recording. Track start. Let's see what you will do with the Futaba, I guess. And stop, read 153. Whoa. Nice, so about what we thought. That's good for a third run. Again, a very weird dock, but I guess soon it's gonna be time to actually gear up. Unfortunately, I don't have gears with me, so I'm just cheating by overcharging and super heating up the battery. But 153, so hopefully next time out I will have a better setup, better understanding of this platform, and shoot for 160, I guess. First time out with it, pretty happy. Okay, so back at the studio, let's have a quick chit chat. First of all, when it comes to the RADIOLINK, it was kind of my fault because I didn't upgrade the firmware like they suggested. So we're gonna update the firmware on the RADIOLINK and then we'll see how it behaves. They actually told me, hey Raz, please make sure you update the firmware like the instructions actually dictate, etc., etc. I didn't, and well, that's what I get. So RADIOLINK, we're gonna give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna test it soon. When it comes to the Rlaarlo, pretty amazing platform, pretty durable. I looked at all the links and whatnot, the shafts, the drive shafts and whatnot. It actually survived nice for a first time out. Obviously, don't forget, that was 153 miles an hour on pretty subtle gearing, and of course, a bashing battery. A great battery, China Hobbyline, of course, 4S 9500, but still a bashing battery. I still think we can probably squeeze about 160, 165 miles an hour from the China Hobbyline. And if that happens and we see that we have something going on here when it comes to actually the car, the structure of it and whatnot, then we're going to actually put a Speedrun battery, start gearing up, and start calculating things here and there, and hopefully try to push it to the 165, 170 maybe, and maybe even more. So when it comes to the Rlaarlo platform, very, very impressed. Takes some time to get used to, and also something just to be fair, you need to know your stuff. I mean, this is a car that you have to really set up right. Everything about it, from the viscosity and dampening of the shocks, from the ride height, from the back, from the rake, caster and whatnot. You really have to know what you're doing. So if you want to get to those 140, 50, 60s and over, so something to know, it's not like you're going to buy the car and it's just going to do 150 like that. Next run, I've just put some new wheels on it and whatnot, recalibrate everything. Obviously, I just installed the Futaba with a nice gyro, just so it's a little bit more manageable. I love gyros, guys. A lot of you guys don't like them. I don't know why. It's just great. I love it. If you know how to calibrate them properly. If you don't, and your gyros are, for example, reversed, if the nose goes here and the wheel goes here, obviously you're making the problem worse. A lot of you guys out there don't really calibrate your gyros properly. So When it comes to the gain, if you set it right, you don't know it's there. So one of those rule of thumbs with gyros, if it's set up correctly, you don't feel it when you drive. You just have a very, very stable car and very forgiving. Mostly when you're out there about 300, 400, 500 meters away from you, you don't see that little thing. You see a dot. So it just protects you and helps you a lot, tremendously. I am a huge gyro believer. Now, this is when it comes to this car. When it comes to the body, one little thing I noticed, they flap around a little bit, those fins here. I just built myself a nice, sorry about that, cross member here, little carbon fiber and some brackets, nothing too crazy, just to hold this back a little bit more sturdy and whatnot. So we're going to charge it up, still with a bashing battery, gear it up just a tad, hit it up or whatnot, just so we have another good, solid, stable 155, maybe 160 mile an hour run. And then we're going to start actually modifying it using an actual Speedrun battery like the SMC or Onyx or whatnot, and try it again for a first time out with our Rlaarlo AK917. Very, very impressed with my finds. That's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for being an integrated, inseparable part of my life. This means the world. Thank you for following along and helping me have the drive to continue with the journey with those cars and whatnot, so, and product development. So I really, really appreciate it. I'm Raz Shifrin, as always. Thank you. If you're new here, consider subscribing. Up to you. This is about the things we do. And that's it. I'll see you in the next one. See you guys.